LeBron James isn't just delaying free agency, he's holding the entire NBA hostage. One decision could instantly create a championship favorite, yet one wrong choice could destroy his final shot at a fifth ring. The clock is ticking, and every contender is frozen, waiting for the king.
Do the 76ers give LeBron the best chance? I think wherever LeBron goes at this stage of his career, who's going to be on a minimum contract, whose value on a given night can be of a max player, he's going to give you on some nights the ability to look like a championship team. I don't think that's the Philadelphia 76ers. They look like a great idea. They look like a great concoction on NBA 2K, even without LeBron James there. Because I got a lot of questions about their roster. Who's going to do the little things? Who's going to do the things that don't show up in the box score? With Jaylen Brown added to that already, like I covered that team in the playoffs in that second round series against the New York Knicks where they got destroyed. And Tyrese Maxey looked out of sorts because Joel Embiid was out there. And Joel Embiid over the past 2 years has not played the equivalent of a full season in those 2 seasons. So if he's going to play 40 games because of what his body has done to him, how much can you develop any continuity? Who's going to be the person to do all the ugly stuff, all the defense, all the dirty work when you got 4 guys who demand the ball, rightfully can say, I need the rock. In addition to BJ Edgecombe going into year 2, needing the space to develop. Tyrese Maxey is the guy. He's the guy that you've developed. He's the guy that you have sort of built under from all the different coaches and all these different regimes. And now you're going to tell him, hey, here's Jaylen Brown, who had a quote-unquote MVP-like season last year where he took 36% of the possessions. That's more than Luka Doncic. Like, that is a lot to control for one player. Then you add him, and now you're going to say, let's add in LeBron James. I feel like that would be expecting a little too much, and they sound like a great idea, but what we saw from the playoffs is that you need your Josh Harts, you need your Mitchell Robinsons, you need your Landry Shamits, you need the guys who are going to come in and not demand the ball, but do things that accentuates winning. I don't see that Philadelphia 76ers roster filled with guys who are going to have the opportunity to do that.
You need to move far away from Mad Dog as you possibly can.
Goodbye.
Because he's probably about to get struck by lightning sometime soon because he's been doing nothing but lying since the LaMelo Ball topic. Everybody is waiting on LeBron James. Everybody, listen, do I want him to hurry up and make a decision? Absolutely. But he is showing once again that he's still the most powerful person in the game of basketball. He's still the most powerful person in the game of basketball. Right now, guess what? Giannis then went to Miami. Jaylen Brown has been traded. All these things have been going on. But the topic has been LeBron James. You know why? Because this is what we talk about, greatness. And I always go back to the 2 P's. In today's world, it's easy for anybody to be popular. But you're a difference maker when you're powerful. LeBron James moved the needle. He can take as long as he wants. And guess what? Not only is the fan base, the fans around the NBA are going to wait, but guess what? The teams who want him, they're going to wait as well. Because he is LeBron James and he's still playing at an elite level, and adding him to one of these rosters that's out there pursuing them, guess what? Absolutely elevates them and puts them closer to winning the NBA championship. He's still a guy that's going to go out there and get you 27-7 on any given night. He's proven that he could play off the ball. He showed last year that he's willing to take a back seat and be a third option. At the age of 41, LeBron James is still holding the keys to the entire NBA. And it pisses old school people off like Mad Dog. Let's say, Mad Dog, this could be possibly LeBron James' last hurrah.
Yeah.
Like, he's earned the right to be patient, to pick his destination on how he wants to end his great career. Who are us to rush him to make him make a decision? This man has carried the torch for the last 2 decades in great fashion. Like the face of the league has carried that and represented that in great fashion. And here we are approaching a time where LeBron James, after next year, could be possibly walking away from the game of basketball. And here it is. It's probably arguably one of the hardest decisions of his career on how he wants to end his career. His feelings probably are in Cleveland, where it all started. But his mind is probably saying, I want to go play with Steph. I always love playing with Steph. Or I love what the Philadelphia 76ers has done. But you know what? The Miami Heat, they are attractive too. Anthony Edwards may be calling LeBron James' phone. Hey man, what? We just got LaMelo. All we missing is a player like you. You could get us over the hump. He has decisions. This is not something that you just do and do fast. Like, let him think this through, and we'll be here waiting. Look, the best chance is actually Minnesota. I just don't think they're high on this list. But when you look at the pieces that Minnesota already have, you're looking at Anthony Edwards, now LaMelo Ball, obviously Jaden McDaniels, and you still have big Rudy Gobert down there in the middle. You add LeBron James to fill that void of Julius Randle with the bench play they already have, that absolutely gives him the best shot. I don't think they're like top 3 on this list, but that gives him his best shot. But listen, if he decides to go anywhere right now today, I would say Cleveland is where LeBron James needs to be. Like the Cleveland Cavaliers were in the conference finals last year. Obviously, they was missing heart. Obviously, they was missing leadership. LeBron James bring that along with his elite basketball play that he's bringing on the floor. So again, he has options. I would love to see him back in Cleveland where it all started. Like, I've been on this journey with LeBron James since we've been in the 7th grade. Whether it's me playing against him, playing on the same AAU team, us playing in the McDonald's All-American game, us being drafted in the same draft in 2003, which, by the way, is the best draft class ever. We can argue about that on a later date, but you'll just be arguing with yourself because I said what I said. But if he was to go to Cleveland,
LeBron James is not just making a free agency decision.
He is controlling the future of the NBA. One move from the King could instantly create a championship favorite. One wrong move could end his final chance at chasing a 5th championship ring. At 41 years old, LeBron is still proving that age has not caught up with greatness. He can still give a team around 27 points and 7 rebounds on any given night, still control the pace of a game, and still elevate every teammate around him. That is why every contender is waiting. Philadelphia, Cleveland, Minnesota, Miami. They are all watching the same phone.
Because when LeBron James chooses, the entire league changes.
But the biggest question right now is simple. Does Philadelphia actually give LeBron the best chance to win?
On paper, it looks unstoppable.
But basketball is not played on paper. And the 76ers may have more problems than people realize. But behind the excitement of creating a super team lies a dangerous question.
Can Philadelphia actually make all these stars fit together? LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey. It sounds like an NBA 2K fantasy lineup.
But real basketball requires more than superstar names.
The biggest question is, who does the ugly work? Who defends? Who sacrifices? Who makes winning plays without needing the spotlight? Philadelphia already showed its weaknesses in the playoffs.
Against the New York Knicks, the 76ers struggled badly.
Tyrese Maxey looked uncomfortable. The offense lost rhythm. And once again, Joel Embiid's health became the biggest concern. Over the last 2 seasons, Embiid has not played the equivalent of a full NBA season. That creates a massive problem.
Because championship teams need consistency.
If Embiid only plays around 40 games, how can Philadelphia build chemistry with 4 stars demanding the ball? And the problem gets even bigger when you add another superstar into the equation. Because LeBron James could create the greatest roster in Philadelphia history.
Or the biggest chemistry challenge of his career. Tyrese Maxey is supposed to be the future of Philadelphia.
He is the player they developed.
The player they built around. But now, imagine the conversation. Tyrese, here comes Jaylen Brown. Then, Jaylen, here comes LeBron James.
Jaylen Brown had an MVP-level season, controlling around 36% of Boston's possessions. That number was even higher than Luka Doncic.
Now add LeBron. Add Embiid. Add Maxey.
Suddenly, Philadelphia has one major problem. Everybody needs the ball. And history shows championship teams are not built only with stars.
They need players like Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Landry Shamet, the players who defend, rebound, and sacrifice.
The players who do the things that never appear on the scoreboard. That is the question Philadelphia must answer. Do they have enough of those players? While Philadelphia tries to solve that puzzle, the rest of the NBA is realizing something even bigger. LeBron James still has unmatched power. People want LeBron to hurry. They want an answer. But the fact that everyone is waiting proves the point. LeBron James is still the most powerful figure in basketball. Trades happen. Rumors change. Teams move. But the conversation always returns to one name: LeBron. Because greatness creates power. After more than 2 decades of dominating the NBA, LeBron has earned the right to decide how his story ends. This could be the final chapter. The final championship chase. The final opportunity to add another ring to one of the greatest careers ever. So who are we to rush him? And if LeBron has complete control over his future, which team gives him the strongest chance to finish as a champion? Basketball-wise, Minnesota might actually be the best fit. Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert. Now imagine adding LeBron James. That roster would have youth, defense, size, and championship experience. LeBron could replace the offensive role left by Julius Randle and immediately make Minnesota one of the most dangerous teams in the league. But emotionally, there is only one place that feels different. Cleveland. The place where the story started. The Cavaliers reached the conference finals last season. They had talent, but they needed something impossible to measure. Leadership. Heart. A player who understands pressure. LeBron James brings all of that. A return to Cleveland would not just be a basketball decision. It would be the perfect ending. LeBron James has carried the NBA for more than 20 years. Now the league is waiting for him one more time. Because this is not just free agency. This is the final decision of the king. And wherever LeBron goes, the entire NBA will follow.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.